OneMin module development. OneMin can manage a lot of services we need, but some services are not provided by OneMin. In order to provide a graphical user interface, we need to develop modules in OneMin. OneMin is a module-based software, and each service is an independent module. You can develop your own module and easily integrate in OneMin. OneMin module is programmed by Perl language, which is a script language and very easy to use. And in addition, OneMin also provides some useful APIs for developers. So by using these APIs, the developers can easily create a module and make all modules have the same interface and the Nagios module. Nagios is a monitoring tool for network. It has a GUI for checking your network state, but the installation of Nagios can only support the command line interface, and it's very difficult to use. And you have to install all the dependencies first, and then answer many questions during the installation. And the configuration is also not easy. That's why we provide a GUI for both installation and configuration. For the installation, the user just needs to click a few links to install all the dependencies. After everything is ready, the user can click this button to configure the Nagios by another open source tool, Centrum. This is Centrum, and it's very useful and easy to use. This tool has also been integrated in Nagios module. They created a customizable CD with OneMin. So by using OneMin, the installation and the configuration of services are very easy. For example, if you want to change your DHCP list type, and you just need to tap new list type and click save button, then it's done. There is another convenience for the administrator. The administrator can control the whole network remotely from one machine, because the OneMin provides a security way, which is using SSL to transfer all the data and command. And now I will call Martin to continue to talk about our project.
Consec. It stands for Connection Security. This is a tool that is part of our toolbox that we are providing. It was created by the Ocean team, and it has been further developed by our team, OpenCase. The Consec is a web interface. It is tracking TCP connections in a network. And it is unique in the way that there are no other tools like Consec, and that is also the main purpose of why we choose to continue the development of this tool. Consec is easy to use. The features of Consec is it have automatic updates of connections, which means that each 5 minutes Consec will grab the latest connection state from the tracking machine. It can list all the IPs in the network together with connections and ports. It can display the connections in graphs. In the history page, you can view the data up to 1 year back in time. It is easily configurable, and you can, if you want, ban users from the network. And you can see mail about the suspicious IPs in the network. This is the user interface of Consec, and this is the main page. To the left you have a menu to navigate through all the graphs, tables, and in the middle you see the graph over the latest 24 hours of connections. And to the right you have the top connections in the network, from the latest update. And if you click on one of these, you get to the detail page about the IP. Here you can see what ports each connections have. So for an example, you see here port 80, it's got 4 connections, and you see that it's HTTP protocol. Shafiq to continue.
Thank you very much. Dodo Network Design is an African project for Dodo Health Research Center in Ghana. Previously, KTH has already worked with, and they have suggested 3 improvements. Our team, OpenCase, has successfully made the 3 requirements. These are the 3 requirements, where the first one is monitoring connection, where we have developed Consec. Martin has already talked about it. And the second one is packaging and setup configuration tool. For packaging, we are providing customizable CD that will install everything automatically. And for setup configuration tool, we are providing WebMe that Ralph and Lee has already talked about. And for user authentication, we are providing 2 solutions. One is port-based solution and other is web-based solutions, where the port-based solution is the primary solutions. Before describing the user authentication, let's have a quick look at the network design of Dodo. Well, this is the gateway of Dodo network, where one of the interfaces is connected to the internet and another was connected to our local network, where the gateway is providing different services like firewall to block the unauthorized users, DHCP servers to provide the IP address dynamically, and DNS servers that will do the name and IP address mapping. And also it has a NAT facility that will translate the private pool of addresses to the public addresses. And here you can see this is our monitoring server that we are providing Consec, that is for connection tracking, and Nagios, that is also for network monitoring. And here, this is our authentication server, which has a web server that will provide the login page. And the Radius server, we are using FreeRadius with EAPMD5 encryption technique. And we are using SQL server that will store the username and password in the database. And Switch, that will interconnect all the servers together with the client. And we have separated the different VLANs for authenticated users and unauthenticated users. Here the VLAN 1 is for the unauthenticated users and the VLAN 10 is for the authenticated users. Well, as I have already mentioned, that we are providing 2 solutions. One is port-based authentication, which is the primary solution, and another is a web-based authentication, which is the alternate solution if the client has no 802.1x protocol support. Well, a simple flowchart will explain how we have developed the user authentication mechanism. Here, when the client gets connected to the HP switch, then if it has 802.1x client, then it will be asked for username and password. And after providing the username and password, the switch will work as the authenticator here, and it will forward the information to the Radius server. And the Radius server will query to the SQL database to check whether the provided information is correct or not. And if it's correct, then it will be authenticated and allowed to access the internet. If it's not, then the client will be asked for the username and password again. And let's get back to the beginning. If it has no 802.1x client, what will happen? Then when the user will type in the browser www.whatever.com, then it will be redirected to the web server. When the web server will provide him a login page with username and password. And after providing the username and password, the web server will act here as a RAD EAP client and send the information to the Radius server. And the Radius server will talk to the SQL server, the same process again, like checking the information is correct or not. And if it's correct, then he is successfully accepted for access to the internet. And a script from web server will SSL to the gateway machine and change the firewall loops for allowing him to access the internet. And if it's not, then the client will get a authentication failure message. This is all from me. Now I would like to invite my friend Alfred.